Whew. Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Can you believe in 3 weeks from today, the draft will be over? In 9 days, the teams are able to start doing OTAs. I can't believe it. We've already gone through the NFL winter, so to speak, where we have that dry period. And it seems like, it really seems like, and maybe it's because it's a 17-game schedule, and I guess once we get the 18-game season, probably with another bye week added to it, the offseason is going to feel like even less. Not much time to really get your shit together. I have to be 100% honest. I had an incredible day today at the CSA show. I got a lot of plaques signed. Got to see Micah and find out that Micah, you give something Micah to give to his dad, it ain't making it to his dad. It ain't making it to his dad. But we had actually a great time seeing the fans and things, and we'll be giving away some of the plaques that we got signed and stuff today to you guys. And I say thank you for being here, for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. And I'm going to say that today was probably the best day I've had this week. Just getting out and seeing people, although I felt just exhausted. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday, and I've got to find a cactus, Christmas cactus. Said that my mom said that she had my father's favorite plant was a Christmas cactus, and the one that she had died. So I want to find one for her birthday tomorrow. So I'll be running around doing that, and we'll have our live stream tomorrow at 5 o'clock with you guys here. And that'll be good to try and get things together. We have a funeral service next Friday for my dad. But looking at Micah today, if Micah's having problems or worried about his contract, he sure didn't show any. And I'm going to say that I have personally, now listen, I'm not going to say I'm an expert of anything out there. All I can tell you about is my own experiences. Because as you do more things, experience more things, you learn how to act differently. And I'm going to say that from Micah Parsons' rookie year, I remember going to the autograph signing show. I go to these autograph signing shows since I think 2011 or 2012. I remember I got Tyron Smith's autograph for $20. I think it was 2012. And I knew that he was going to be part of a billboard campaign for United Way. Because I remember my wife asking, okay, who should they have for the Cowboys? And she had the list of guys, and I said, Tyron Smith, he's going to be there for sure for a long time. And I remember telling Tyron Smith, I said, I'll see you at training camp. He was like, okay. In that next week, it was 2 weeks later, in fact, this was a couple days before he got his extension. But I remember being out on the field after practice with the photographer and my wife, and I said to Tyron Smith, I told you I was going to see you in 2 weeks. He was like, I'll be damned. Be that as it may, that first year, At the autograph signing show, I was completely disappointed because it was after Stuart Morrison had passed, and I wanted to tell him the story about Stuart Morrison and how he's in heaven looking down at the Cowboys and needs to see them win. But it didn't work out that way. Micah, he did look up, but he had headphones on, and he was just signing things and passing it on. He didn't even look up. And I remember having conversations with people that were just completely disappointed because they were like, "My God, man, I just spent $100 for an autograph, and I can't even I couldn't take a picture with him or take a picture of him, or even make eye contact." And I remember feeling kind of disappointed too, and not wanting to throw him under the bus. But I was kind of like, "Bro, you have your fans out there that have literally, some people, I met a guy from Canada, I met a guy from upstate New York that are driving or flying to be here just to have the opportunity to meet their heroes. And they're paying to them what may be a lot of money. It's probably not a lot of money to Micah, not when you're about to get a $200 million contract. But for the fans, this is huge. This is everything. And when you go there and you spend a whole bunch of money and you got this stuff, and you're hoping to snap a picture with you, just a little cheese, and say, "Hey, I met Micah. He's a great guy." It was totally a shame. But I've gone through several times and I've gotten autographs of Micah's and I've passed it on. Last year I got his bobblehead, or the Funko, whatever they are, figures, and he made it out to Joe Blue Sports and got the shirt and stuff. What I've seen of him is more growth and understanding the importance of the fans. And I say all this because so many fans out there, it's crazy that we have people that perform that literally Cowboy fans just say, "Screw that bum." I don't think you guys understand what Micah Parsons has done thus far in his career. I know we look at it and say, "Well, he ain't won us a Super Bowl." I am a student of the game, and I look around here and I wish we had half of the talent the Cowboys of the 90s had. Just half. We've never been anywhere close. I wish we had half of the defense that we had during the 70s, the doomsday defense. Because those are things that matter for a football game. Quarterback. You got to be a good one to win a Super Bowl. There's no doubt. But how many really good quarterbacks have we seen out here? Some of the ones we say are the best of the best that haven't won Super Bowls or haven't won one in a long time. Everybody talks about how great Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers, he's only won one. And that was the year he had the third-rated defense, and he had a plethora of wide receivers to throw to. It takes literally everything to go right to win a Super Bowl. You got to get the ball bounced your right way. You got to stay healthy. You got to have a loaded roster. And in today's NFL, more than ever before, because of the tools that are afforded to you, it's the salary cap, which technically doesn't really mean anything. Because now you've got voidable years. We got voidable years until 2032 for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. So you can pay a guy a lot of money, but on the cap, you can make the numbers low. And those are the things that teams are using to kind of say, we're going to go all in, no pun intended. But we're going to go out here and we're going to make ourselves a super team. We're already a really good team. If you're a San Francisco team, you say, "Hey, we go get Christian McCaffrey. We'll add him to our loaded roster. We'll go out here and get Hargrave, and add to the defense. already got studs across the board to go ahead and try and get over the hump. If you're the Rams, you say, okay, Jared Goff hasn't done it enough. Let's go ahead and get Matthew Stafford. Let's, supplement him and go ahead and get, an Odell Beckham as basically a third, fourth down wide receiver. Let's get a Von Miller in here. They go through, they get all these players that are able to supplement the team to become a super team. Bro, not to say that Stephon Gilmore wasn't an improvement. He was. Not to say that Brandon Cooks wasn't an improvement. He was. But that's a far cry from going out and doing some of the things that the Eagles have done. Now, let's be clear here. Not every move that the Eagles have made has been a home run. They've had some duds too. But they keep it moving. They're not going to sit there and say, oh, well, we're not going to do that anymore because we had a mistake. And I hope, because I was looking at the salary cap, I don't know if they've recalculated it or whatever, but we went from $34 million to now $37 million. And if they would get Micah Parsons done, we'd be up to almost $50 million. We're sitting right now with the seventh most amount of cap space. We still, even though we traded our comp picks, got draft picks in return. We still have a lot of late round picks that maybe we package and use to move up. And maybe the Cowboys sitting at 12, I don't know that there's a big difference between the players that are there at 10 to 25. And maybe there's an opportunity for the Cowboys to move back, get their wide receiver, get their running back, and get an extra pick. But I feel better about this team at the moment than I did this time last year about the team and the direction. So we'll see how this offseason continues to go. And hopefully it keeps going in the right direction of trying to build something. And the final piece I'll add on here is the Cowboys aren't looking for old cheap players that are on the way out that are broke down. They're at least getting guys that don't have knee problems or shoulder problems and that are over the hill. They have young guys that are looking to get their next contract. And that may be the difference that these guys are going to be hungry. So we'll see. Anyway, the weather is definitely getting warmer, and the yellow haze of pollen is definitely upon us here. And the leaves are beginning to come out on the trees. So it'll be nice the next time I get back down to the red brick house where I'll actually see the Blue Ridge Mountains blue again. Tomorrow will be 1 week ago that my dad passed away. Can't believe it's already been a week. I always try and tell you guys to stop wasting your time on mindless minutia. Maybe that's me, wasting your time on my mindless minutia. But remember to tell the people you love how much you love them. Because you might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. Hope to see you tomorrow. Peace out. Hope that damn fox ain't out here.